Senior military commanders of India and China are expected to hold a crucial meeting on Monday to find ways to defuse tension along their contested border in the Ladakh region. Both countries have deployed tens of thousands of troops in the high-altitude border area after accusing each other of trespassing into their territory. Our correspondent, Anbarasan Ethirajan, explains why the meeting is so eagerly awaited.
Indian military trucks moving slowly across the Himalayan mountains. These are carrying supplies for the frontline troops in the Ladakh region before the winter starts. They are catching up with their formidable opponent, China, on the other side. This snow desert has become a battleground for two of the world's largest armies. Their undemarcated border has been a source of tension for decades. Both countries have overlapping border claims. The dispute has led to scuffles, and in June, a violent brawl erupted that resulted in the deaths of 20 Indian soldiers and an unknown number of Chinese casualties. The danger of yet another flare-up has not subsided.
My fear is, unless a disengagement takes place, unless troops separate themselves, move away from each other, there is a real chance that some local incident could spiral out of control.
The aim of these Chinese propaganda videos is to deter the enemy. And the message is not just for Delhi. The Chinese President Xi Jinping has asserted that Beijing will not give up an inch of its territory.
In Beijing, the view is that the provocation comes from Indian side, especially India has intensified infrastructures, buildings along the Indian-China border. We do have differences, but we should not look at each other as threats.
Indian media says China has already occupied a large chunk of territory in Ladakh. Despite the setback, the Indian government has been putting up a brave face.
Our armed forces have undertaken necessary deployments in these areas to counter the actions of China.
The two nuclear weapon states have been locked in a tense struggle to gain military advantage in one of the most inhospitable terrains. And there is a deep mistrust between the two armies. Apart from matching China's deployment, India also faces the daunting task of maintaining thousands of troops in a region where the temperature can dip below -30 degrees in winter.
Countries in the region are closely watching the current standoff. For the moment, India and China are not willing to stand down. If a conflict erupts, its vibrations could be felt beyond the region. Anbarasan Ethirajan, BBC News.